Hey guys, it's Flo from Bad Girls Club, and you're about to listen to my bad interview with Justin JC. Everybody in that house is gonna be following me around like little ducks following their mothers. Believe me, I have that power.
All we do is snitch after you in this house. You dumb bitch.
I will be the leader of the pack. I'm not pretending to be somebody I'm not. I'm not holding back. I live my life to the fullest. I'm not gonna stop.
This ain't the horror club. It's the bad girls club.
Close the road. She ain't going in.
I want to have a good time. I'm not here for this. I'm not here for drama. Hey, that was girls, Amber. Everybody goes against me because I'm the realest bitch in here. People have problems. I try to stop them. But when I left, she stood there smiling. Right? Yo, don't get small. Do not get small.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Justin JC here. I'm here with Flo from Bad Girls Club Season 4. Girl, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, girl. I've been following you, since everything, and I've seen that you've done a huge 360. So I want to know what's been going on.
Yes, I love that. I've been, just let's just say I went from bad girl to really like good girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's very important for me to like spread that to people because they say once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever, but that's not true. So just so you know, I'm living proof that you could be bad, you could get into fights, you could go to jail, you could do everything that's considered bad, but you can also change and become a better person by learning from your mistakes.
Exactly. So looking back, what made you want to do the Bad Girls Club initially?
Well, I always worked like 9 to 5 jobs, and like I was always like working for lawyers, doing the regular people shit. And at the end of the day, that was always great for me. But then one day I said, like, I don't know if this is made for me. I knew that I had. So at that time, I thought it was I wanted to be famous. That's what I thought. I want to be famous at that time. But then when I like actually started doing it and meeting people and like really starting to get myself out there and going to different states, I started seeing, oh, now I know why I wanted to do this, because there was something bigger that I was wanting to do at the time. At that moment I wanted to be famous. That was really the main reason why I went on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So was it a hard process for you getting on, or?
No, I'm just going to say it, Justin, and everything I say is not to sound cool or to look good for nobody, because I have nobody to impress. Everything, when the process for Bad Girls Club, why I knew that I was meant to do it is because, first of all, they told me, especially this one producer, she's like, you're the only one who only had to do this interview and the other one, and you got on. She was like, everybody else had to do like 6 interviews before they were chosen. I went to one interview, which was in a room full of like 15 girls, and they were all like wilding, and I stood up, and I swear to God, I was like, what the fuck is this? And she was like, excuse me? I was like, I'm not being a part of this. Look at these bitches. And I walked out. She chased me out. She was like, no, wait. Come tomorrow to the hotel, Parker Meridian, and we're doing an interview. And I was thinking about not going. Then I went, and then they chose me. The next, 2 weeks, they called me. They're like, pack your stuff. You're coming out late. And it was quick. I went on quick. Because, I'm crazy. So this is like, oh, she's perfect. She's perfect for this shit. But, yeah, so that was fast.
I love that. So the fact that you stayed true to your fucking self is really what got you that opportunity. Love it.
Oh yeah, always. You know what I always say to people? If you don't lie, then you don't have to remember your story. So just try to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow. You just stood up. You was like, I don't know what the fuck wrong with these hoes. I'm gone. And then she just chased you out. She was like, well, that's good. Because I guess she noticed that you stood out. You stood out hard.
Yeah, and you know what it is? What it also was is every girl in there was doing this. Like, one girl showed her boobs. The other girl was like, I'll fuck everybody up here. And I just stood up. I was like, you girls are not bad girls. You are embarrassing girls. I was like, you should all be ashamed of yourself. You're showing your titties. I said, what makes a bad? What makes you think she says she wants to see bad girls? Everybody got to act like a hoe. Got to beat each other up. First of all, a real bad bitch supports another woman. A real bad bitch helps another bitch if she's in trouble. a real bad bitch is there for another woman. Like, real bad girls, like, how I see it, is not about fighting. And first of all, fighting each other, that's so stupid. The only time you ever saw me fight the other girls is when they started coming at me. I was like, okay, now I gotta defend myself. Because you don't watch the editing. You don't see all of the process of me saying, like, you know what, I'm gonna let that go, to the point. When you see me scream like that, do you think that it took me a second to just start screaming like that? Bitch, that was like a 4-month buildup. Are you kidding me? Fuck out of here. Like, I'm in the house with these bitches for 4 months. Like, before I even started fighting with them, I was there for like a month and a half before we started fighting, until I started seeing them start acting funny and shady. And it's not their fault. It's because producers force it on them.
Right. So after you got on the show and you had got to see the house for the first time, what was your first impression of the house?
Okay, first of all, Justin, I just want to tell you, because, you know, I'm a highly spiritual person. I believe in manifestation and all that stuff. When I was younger, before I went on Bad Girls Club, I was dating some guy. He cheated on me. I found out, and I was like, that's why I'm going to be on TV. Fuck you, right? When I broke up with him, that's exactly what I said. Right. I had no idea about Bad Girls Club. This is before I even knew about it. So, like, a week later, I had this vision that I was in a house. Like, you know, when you have, like, you think, like, you're like, why am I seeing myself in a house? And I swear in the vision, there was a pool floating in the middle of the bed. When I got in Bad Girls Club and I went to the back, my heart almost dropped, because you saw me all excited. I'm like, Staten Island's in the house, right? And I look at the pool, and legit there was a floating bed on it, and I was like, holy shit! I manifested this shit into reality. Which is why, as we talk, I'm gonna put my little things in there. If you really want something and you see yourself doing it and you feel it, that is the law of attraction. You have to see and feel yourself doing it, and I did, and I actually ended up there.
Okay, then that's what's up.
Yes.
Yes. So when you were, you know, getting in the house, I remember back then you were very open with your bisexuality. Were you thinking that you were going to hook up with anybody, or were you not really there for that?
When it came to the girls in the house, honestly, like, they're all, you know, listen, they're all beautiful in their own way. You know, everybody's got their own beauty. Everybody's got a look about them, whatever.
Right.
But I have a certain type when it comes to, like, funny is, like, I'm attracted to gay men. I always try to hook up with them, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gay." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just kiss me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like gay guys, and, like, I like women that are more manly. So that's weird about that, because I have a lot of masculine in my birth chart. So I'm like a masculine type more.
Right.
So when it comes to women, I don't like women who do drama, and I like a woman who looks, walks, talks like a woman, but, like, really thinks like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like them to be more masculine. You know, I'll date any type of woman, any type of man. Like, I've dated bisexual men, bisexual women, gay women, even the gay guy I once dated. You know what I mean? Well, he said he was gay, but not for me. He wasn't gay for me. But, you know, like, I don't have, like, a specific type of look. But when it came to those girls, when I say I'm not attracted to, I have to have, like, a mind thing. And when it came to the mind, if the girl's not, like, thinking, like, real powerful, and she's all about, like, looks and money and my purse and my car, then I'm like, ill. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like stuff like that. You know, I'm not one of those girls who likes that shit. So, no, I didn't see any of them as hooking up partners. No offense to none of them, even though they all try to make out with me at least once.
Right.
You know? And they did in the limo. Remember in the limo? I remember. Every girl in there was like, "I'll kiss you, Flo. I'll kiss you." I'm like, "All right," and they all did. And then later on, they want to be like, "You look like a man." Yeah, but she was trying to fuck this man. So, you know what I'm saying?
So I remember in the beginning of your season, you were so against the girls getting into it and drama and shit like that. And I remember that altercation that Natalie and Kendra had in the limo.
Yeah.
You got so pissed at Natalie for being so aggressive. You was like, "You better stop it right now before I fuck you up."
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't want them. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. They could say what they want. In the beginning, nobody knows. I would cook for the girls, clean after them, help them with stuff. Like, one of the girls would be like, "I can't do this. Can you help me?" Or, "I don't have money on me. Can you get me that right now?" And do this. And I'm not trying to make myself like, but I was the mother of the house. I was taking care of everybody. I wanted everybody to be at peace, happy. Listen, I was there to turn up. I'm like, I'm in LA. Everything's free and I'm getting paid. Fuck that. I'm having a good time. But these girls' mentalities started to be more like, I gotta be the better one. I gotta be the hotter one. I want to be the more famous one. Like, it's like, listen, I didn't want us fighting because it was unnecessary, and because I think if that season would have been us all having fun and turning up against other people, it would have been way more interesting. Why? Like I was just not getting it, and then finally, when I saw shit got real, I was like, all right, so you bitches want to act gangster, I'm going to show you gangster. Because at this point, like, I'm at the point, like, my wit's end type of thing. So now I'm gonna spaz out on everybody. So yeah, I did in the beginning want peace and love and harmony, but when people start coming at you and you get attacked by everybody, if you don't defend yourself, then you got a problem here. You're going to get bullied and kicked out of the house like a lot of the other seasons. I would be like, what the fuck is going on in these shows? Right. I was watching some of the no offense, but I'm watching some of these new seasons. I'm seeing two girls kicking bitches in the head. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Are you fucking normal? First of all, if I was out in the streets, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this real quick, but if I was out in the streets and there was one girl and she's getting jumped by 20 bitches, listen, I will risk the chance of me getting my ass beat to help that girl. Like, first of all, getting jumped. I've been jumped before. That shit is not fun, first of all. I've been jumped. I was in a fetal position and everything. You know what I'm saying? Getting hit by dudes and everything. That shit is not cool, first of all. People who jump people, that shit to me, like, first of all, I don't give a fuck what the person did. Now you want to start jumping people. At least let them fight one-on-one. Like, listen, one person fight them, they want to talk shit. One person fight them, then another person go fight them. Then another. But why everybody got it? Like, I don't like all that shit. Like, tag teaming on bitches, girls pulling hair together. Grow the fuck up. Like, really, you can't fight yourself, then don't fight at all, period.
Alrighty then, that's what's up. Yes, I totally agree with you 100%. I used to hate watching it on the later seasons. I'm like,
yeah, I can't stand that shit. And all that fucking throwing beds in the pool. I'm like, the fuck? Like, yo, I'm like, honestly, on some G shit, that's why Bad Girls Club went downhill, because the producers started getting corny with the shit. You should have just made it as raw as you did our season, because now you want to start doing shit and setting people up and throwing pool. Oh my God, we're going to throw her pool and bed in the pool. Like, listen, to me, that's like little kid, like 5-year-old shit. Like, my daughter would do that with her friends. Come on, grow the fuck up. Like, get the fuck out of here with all that bullshit.
Right.
But, you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Right. And I noticed that I noticed in the earlier seasons they really were against violence. I remember on your season, after that altercation with Natalie and Kendra, it seemed like it was left up to Kendra whether or not Natalie was gonna leave. Was it really like that?
No, let me tell you something. Now, you're talking to the person who's gonna tell you all the way the truth, okay? I'm gonna tell you like it was, not how I saw it. I'm gonna tell you like it was, and like I'm gonna tell you one thing about that shit. That's all bullshit. Like, they set that whole shit up. First of all, when Amber threw me in the pool, they were like, Flo, like, we know that Amber threw you in the pool first, so technically she should go home, but can you do this for us? Can you just, play along? And I'm like, play along? But that's fake shit. And they're like, I know, Flo, but everybody loves you, and, like, you're getting on all these talk shows. Please, just do it. Because the fans will go nuts if they think you're getting kicked out. So you understand, they go with the most interesting part of the story.
Right.
And these girls play along. So you will see that the most popular girls that you see with mad followers and all that, I'm going to tell you right now, these are the girls that were the fakest on the show. So I don't give a fuck what anybody says to me. These bitches are fake as fuck. Like, none of them really did any of that. It was all a setup. Bitch, stop lying. You're an op. Cut it out. Like, really. Dead ass.
Okay then, yeah, because it did kind of confuse me, because I was like, I noticed in the later seasons the producers would actually come out the woodworks and send girls home, but on y'all season it was like, oh, I hope she doesn't send me home, please don't send me home.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like I said, like and they just it got, I don't know. I really am so happy I was on the show, because I love being on it and I love everything about it. I even have love for all the other bad girls. I be hitting them up, saying hi to them. Good, God bless you. Good job. Like, even if they don't return the comments to me, I still show love, because I'm not a hater. I want us all to make it. You feel me?
Right.
So, like, we all tried to get on the show for a reason. A lot of the girls are very talented. They could sing. They could rap. Like, some of the girls just are talented at showing their ass and titties, but, that's on them. That's their life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know their life. I'm not judging them. Do you?
Right.
But at the end of the day, a lot of us went on it because we knew there was more that we wanted to do in life. And being on Bad Girls Club makes me feel sad, because a lot of the girls that were on the show, we're not getting opportunities that other people are, because we got a bad name. We got a bad rep. A lot of people didn't want to work with us, because, like, I ain't fucking with somebody from Bad Girls Club, because, them bitches fight and shit. They crazy.
Right.
But it's not, all of us are not like that. But a lot of the girls still portray that same image, and I'm just like, yo, when are you gonna let that go? Like, that was something that you should use as, I did that, Yep, that was me. Everybody grows up and learns lessons, and today we're on a new path. We're trying to be positive. We're not trying to fight each other no more, you know?
Right.
But that's life. That's life, man.
Right. So when it came to that altercation with Amber and she had pushed you in the pool, was your ankle really dangling? Like, was it really?
But my ankle was real. That blood that you saw in the back of my ankle, I really broke. I didn't break. I fractured my bone. Do you know what that means? Like when your bone cracks in half, like a little bit.
Right.
So mind you, when I say. You better recognize that when I was mad, it was like not just angry, like to the point where I'm watching the shit back myself and I'm like, holy shit, I'm fucking retarded because fucking this girl just pushed me in the foot. I got a fractured ankle. Anybody who tries to walk on a fractured ankle, nobody realizes though. Even though Amber's my bitch today and I love her, we talk all the time. That's my bitch because we started off as friends on the show, but you know politics got involved and we started saying like be annoying just like the rest of the girls. But now me and her are super cool. We chill all the time. We talk on the phone, whatever. But the point is, she was outside with these people. They were talking about bisexual people and making fun of them. But as I'm turning my face, she's pouring liquor into my Sprite bottle. So mind you, I have no idea I'm drinking. I feel fucked up. So I go upstairs, take a shower. I'm like, what the fuck? I only drank like one shot of liquor. What the fuck? And I'm throwing up in the shower, and I felt better. I was like, I took a cold shower, went back downstairs. And when I got down there, they're talking shit. I hear them from upstairs the window. She pushes me in the pool, breaks, fractures my ankle, and then it was on from there. So she got me drunk, and I was like, Amber, you did that shit to yourself. She's like, you're right, I did. You threw me in the air, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, hell yeah, bitch. You fucked my shit up, yo. She fucked my ankle up.
Exactly. And let me tell you something, and all the fans can agree on this. That solid moment right there when you literally had a hurt ankle and you hopped over there and swung that girl, that's the Kendra spot in Bad Girls Club history. Period.
And I'm going to tell you something. Nobody realizes that till this day, they still haven't beat the ratings for that episode. They still haven't beat the ratings for that episode, and they haven't beat the ratings for the Go With The Flow episode. Just to make that very clear. Even Oxygen had a million other shows that those other shows haven't beat those ratings yet. So at the end of the day, regardless of what it is, God is funny like that. Like I'm the one who got hurt, but at the end, I didn't get hurt because I gained loyal people, and I don't call nobody my fans. I call them my loyal people. Like those are my friends. Like I fucks with I'm gonna say fans because that's what people see it as, but I don't.
Right.
So when everybody who's my quote unquote fan, I talk to them every day. I'm FaceTiming people. I'm DMing people. I'm emailing. I'm not everybody else. Put it this way. I keep in touch with everybody because I know they got love for me. I got love for them. Right the fuck back. They need me. I'm there. I need them. They're there. Period.
Right. So I remember back on the show, one of the things that bothered you so much about Kendra was her promiscuity. And I remember you in the club and you were just trying to tell her, I care about you. I just don't want you showing yourself like that. And
and I came off a little bit wrong with that, like the way I was like, you fucking whore, this and that. But you got to also understand, I told her like 1,000 times, Kendra, they're going to make you the slut of the show. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, yo, there's always a show like this. I said, you never watched TV before? There's always, the crazy one, the slutty one. I said, they're going to make you the slutty one. And she was like, no, they're not. I'm like, well, if you're sleeping with everyone and you're bringing these guys home and then you're just like falling in love in 2 seconds, I'm just trying to pre-warn you. Things like when Judy was showing her coochie and shit, I was like, yo, please, guys, like your family's going to see this. Do you understand? Your brothers, your cousins, they're going to watch this. Do you want them to see that inside of you? So I'm not thinking about them. I'm thinking about their family members. I come from an Albanian family. Bitch, I was scared to do anything stupid. I was like, the last thing I want is my brother to see me make out with some random people. I'm doing this, having orgies. I would have came home. Listen, my family, we don't talk. We beat each other up. If somebody fucks up, it's like, Dolph, you want to embarrass us? Smack across the face. I'm not coming home to get my ass beat. It's not happening. So, but everybody to each his own. I just tried to help them. I know it came off wrong, but you guys didn't see the pre-talks that I had with them. The hundreds of talks where they be in the thing crying to me, hugging me, because I'm a therapist. They'd be like, Flo, I don't know what to do. My life was like, and I'm like, yo, so just do you, have fun here. I would wait till the cameras weren't around, so we got the mics cut off. When we go to bed, they took the mics off. So I would have a lot of conversations with these girls in the bed. And, then the cameras would turn on, all of a sudden, who the fuck are you? What happened to the girl I was just talking to last night? It's just weird shit. I don't know.
Right. I also remember you mentioning your family on the show. You were like, if you were in my family, you would cry every day of your life.
Yeah, because fucking Albanians are they're no joke. Like, listen, you can't, like, a lot of Albanians, today they're, like, kind of waking up to the game a little bit, but growing up, it's like, you can't marry who you want, because you'll get kicked out of your, like, nobody will talk to you, you know what I'm saying? You get married to someone who's not Albanian, usually they disown you, and if you have a kid with someone who's not Albanian, they disown you, they call you a whore, or this, or that, you know? And, like, also growing up, if I said, like, curse words, we got smacked, we got hit, like, this our family, like, just, like, when I talk to my black friends, they're like, yo, Albanians are just like black people. I'm like, I know. I'm like, why do you think I have so many black friends? We understood each other. I couldn't go up in my black friend's house and start cursing and acting stupid, because their mom would be like, not in here. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing in my house. So, like, we would get our asses beat growing up, and I told people, you would cry every day because my family was fucking crazy. Bitch, I come from, like, mafia gangster motherfuckers back in the day. You crazy? Like, hell no.
Right. And I remember after y'all had left the club that day, and you were outside trying to talk to her, y'all were yelling, and she ended up slapping you, and you had you shoved her. I want to know, in that moment, were you, like, really trying to fight her, or were you just trying to kind of snap her like, bitch?
No, if you know, Kendra's, if you ever see me and her next to each other, I wasn't that much taller than the girls, but, like, weight wise, like, if I throw a punch, I'm not throwing the punch. You know that punch that people throw in it, like, their hand goes up and they make, like, almost like a hammer, and I punch like a boxer, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, if I'm gonna go hit you, I'm gonna go for the knockout, you know what I'm saying? So when I pushed Kendra, it was like, and I put my cigarette back in my mouth, by the way. I don't know if anybody saw
that was so
how gangster that was. That was pretty Albanian of me. That was like the ultimate Albanian move. Like, hold up, my cigarette, put it back in my mouth, and I pushed her, and it was to show her, this is how strong I am. I don't think you ever... She didn't even slap me. She, like, kind of, like, did, like, you know what I mean? Like, an ass smack, you know? Right. So, like, to me, it was like, all right, she's not trying to fight, because she would have really hit me, you know what I mean? Right. You know, like, there's just, like, I'm not going to fight somebody who's... First of all, I used to love Kendra. I used to love Kate. All the girls, they were so funny to me. I thought they were all hilarious. Like, when I was in the house, Natalie made me laugh. Kendra made me laugh. Kate made me laugh. Amber, they all were so funny to me, but the thing was, they started turning on each other, and I'm like, what happened? Like, why? Why couldn't we just have fun? I was having so much fun, like, you know what I mean? Right. Damn. Fuck, man. Like, I'm a Virgo. I just want to be a hippie and run around butt naked. Like, what the fuck is the problem? Like,
exactly. So, I know you and Portia, y'all were really close in the house.
Yes, that's my Gemini queen right there. I love her.
Yeah, y'all were really close in the house. I remember there was a point where you had got mad at, I think you were mad at everybody that day because they left you somewhere. Yeah.
And she was the only one that came to try to talk to me. You saw that, right?
Right,
she was like, yeah. I know you're mad at everybody, but, like, she saw, I was like, and at the end, because me and her were roommates, I was like, you know I wasn't mad at you, right? She's like, I know, that's why I was talking to you. I was like, I know you had nothing to do with it. I was like, but I know the other girls did. And she always, me and her, we had so many talks. Me and her was like, that was my bitch. You saw how if I didn't have those fucking heels on, I could have stopped her from fighting Natalie. She would have been in the house longer. But those fucking heels, I was trying to, dead ass running. No, what are you doing? I saw it, yeah. I really was trying to stop her. I didn't want her to go, because me and her, that was the realest bitch in the house. You know, besides me, that was the realest bitch, yo.
What I'm trying to understand is where she heard it. Like, we heard it, but I'm trying to understand where Portia heard Natalie say.
She heard. This is how, like, when you see us sitting by the pool and jacuzzi and all that and talking, what you don't realize is right upstairs, all the windows are there. When people talk, we can hear everything. So she heard her from the window on the other side saying that, and that's not the first thing she heard her saying about a child. You understand? Like, because Natalie, when she likes to say things like that, like, you know, like she'll lie, like she lied once and said that she gave me $1,000 to pay my rent. That's bullshit, because at that time I was making way more money than her, you know what I'm saying? So, and she said that about me, so she's like the type of person that she likes to dig within where it's going to hurt you, you know what I mean? Because that's the Capricorn. Yeah, that's the Capricorn in her. Like, I'm going to say that because Capricorn women, when they argue, they like to go deep. But, you know, it is what it is. I got no beef with none of the girls. Right. And like I said, even if they came at me today, I would completely ignore them and be like, fuck out of here, bitch. Like, you crazy. Like, you know, but, you know, it's like she hit where it hurt her. And because Portia, if nobody knew, Portia had a situation, it's not my business to say, but something with her, you know. So, yeah, I'm not even going to say that. But, right. It is what it is, yeah.
Right. So then Portia had ended up leaving the house. How did you feel after she left, though?
I felt terrible. I felt so terrible, man. I was so mad, yo. That was my bitch. Like, that was my... When we first got in the house, we looked at each other. She's a Gemini. I'm a Virgo. We're both ruled by Mercury, so we're the opposite signs of each other, but really, we're so much alike. So, as soon as we saw each other, I saw her, she saw me. I was like, what up? She's like, what up? And we hugged, and then everybody's like, get in the rooms. Me and her looked at each other. I was like, get in the room together. She's like, yeah. I was like, all right. Because we didn't like drama. We wanted to have fun, but at the end of the day, if it came down to it, we were all up in the drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, if you see most of the time, like, if that's why I give it to Natalie. I'm like, you are an entertainer. I will give you that. I said, so at the end of the day, me and you, when me and her would see the house get boring, we would start to like, oh, come on, you person, start like a whole process,
Right,
because
right.
It gets boring. Then everybody's laying in their bed watching TV all day. It's boring,
Right. So Lexi replaces Portia. What was your first impression of her?
Hilarious. Like, just one of those, like, look, like I said, when I liked everybody. I thought everybody was funny.
Right.
Everybody was cute. And I'm not saying this white girl, black girl, none of that, but I'm not one of those white girls who's like, oh my God, like, totally, like, look at me, blonde hair, blue eyes, oh my God. That's not me, you understand? So when I get around girls like that, I like it because I get to see how they live, and it's funny to me. I'm like, look at this. It's almost like a monkey, like, being watched at the zoo, and I'm looking at them like, look what she does. Like, white girls do shit differently from, like, white girls, you know what I mean? There's different types of white girls. I'm Albanian, so I don't consider... So I like them. I like Kate. I like their little, like, their girly ways and all that, especially because I was a tomboy, you know what I'm saying? So it was funny to me. I don't know. Funny.
Right. And I remember you and Natalie, y'all were kind of close too on the show at one point.
We were, yes, very close, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, me and her, even today, she'll hit me up. She's like, what up, sis? She's like, I love you. How's your daughter? Give her a kiss for me. Say hi to your mom. And I tell her the same thing. Her mom loves me. Her husband loves me. Like, when I saw her husband at Tanisha's wedding, he's so funny because I was like, Natalie's like, you know what? I'm done. I was like, why? She's like, I'm all the way done. She's like, of course I would marry somebody who's the number one fan of Flo. She's like, bitch, he was watching you when he was locked up. He's your biggest fan. I was like, shut the fuck up. But he stood up. His face was blushing. He was like, can I please take a picture of you? I love you. And I was like, yo, that's hilarious. Me and your wife are like mortal enemies and shit. He's like, I don't care, bitch. You are the shit. I love you, Flo. So it's just funny how things work out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like Tanisha's mom loved me. Natalie's mom loves me. So, like, no matter what they could say about their families, were fucking with me heavy. So they were like, fuck it, I understand now. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool.
So you had ended up voluntarily leaving the house. I want to know what kind of made you want to leave.
100%. First of all, I had that stupid cast on my leg, right?
Okay.
So, and my birthday was coming up within like 2 days. So I was like, I'll leave today. I'll go to Staten Island. I just got off a TV show. Motherfuckers know I just came back from LA. So I'm going back to the island. Like, and I'm a party. It's my birthday. Like, I wanted to be around my friends, my family. I wasn't trying to celebrate my birthday over there with them bitches. Like, at that point, it would have been in the beginning, yeah, but the ending, I was like, no, fuck this. This is getting whack. Like, now it's starting to get, like, it was getting petty at that point. So, like, for me, I can only do petty for, like, 5 days or something. And I'm like, all right, I'm over this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun while it lasted, but I gotta go. It really was just I just wanted to leave, so I made any excuse to leave. So I started fighting with everybody. I was like, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I did it myself.
Right. But what made me mad was while you were leaving, they threw the water balloons at you, and then they started running, and you started coming at them.
I thought it was funny because I love how Bad Girls Club tries to edit shit. Like, oh my God, the water bottles hit her. None of them hit me. Like, they was flying over my head. I was like, you stupid bitches. I'll see you as the fucking next time I see you, I'm gonna fuck you hoes up, right? and just that's another thing. I want to say the same thing. I don't care who says what. They could be like, all right, Flo. Just like All-Star Battle, when Jen's sister came out, I was like, who the fuck is this? I didn't even know who she was, like, what was going on. And it's funny, because this is what I'm trying to tell you, how they always, like, used to fuck with me, the producers, because I was like, I want my sister to come. Because my sister is like me, but she's 10 times more gangster. She fights dudes. She don't fight no girls. My sister won't even dare fight a girl, because she'll kill her with the hit. My sister used to box. So she's like, take me on the reunion with you. So I wanted to bring her. And then Jen's sister comes at me, and I'm like, yo, but does anybody even know why me and Jen are arguing? Do you know that the whole time me and Jennifer on All-Star Battle kept saying, listen, we'll kick everybody off, and at the end, me and you will just split the money. What's the problem? $50,000 each, which you don't even get the whole money out of the way. You get like fucking $30,000, but that's not the point. The point is, we made the plan to kick everyone off. So I worked with her. You want to know why? She told me, my brother's in foster care, blah, 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 blah. Flo, I know you're going to win this thing. I know you're going to get to the end. No matter what, if I win or you win, we will split the money. So the end came. And we did everything we said we were going to do the whole time. She cried to me. She cried to me for like an hour in my arms. I held her. We were out. She was talking about her problems. And, oh, Flo, I need you. And I was like, I got you. Like me, I'm a loyal ass bitch. When I say something with my mouth, my words, I mean it. So we made the plan to go all the way to the end and split the money. But the thing is, when you're on the show, the producers told us right away, you can't say that on TV. Like, we're not allowed to do that. This is a one-person thing. If you guys want to split the money when you're done, we can't talk about it. Okay, fine. Right. So they cut out all that part. So when the end came, and I looked at her, she looked at me, she's like, all right, Flo, remember, whoever wins, we split the money. I was like, you're telling me, but I have a feeling you're not going to go with it. She's like, yes, I am. So what happened? We got through everything. We're at the end. She wins, and I was mad because I didn't win, but I waited for her to, like, I'm not going to be like, Jen, remember what we said? I'm waiting for her to, like, keep her loyalty and come, because if I would have won, I would have been like, yo, you get half, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not that serious. But she didn't. And then we went to the reunion, and everybody's like, why are you so mad, Flo? I'm saying it 1,000 times. Because we promised to split the money, but they couldn't use that on the show, so everybody thinks I'm mad for no reason. What you don't understand is that for fucking 3 months, me and Jennifer were sitting there close as hell. She's crying me, talking about I'm pregnant. I need a, like, listen, man. She played. She used me to the very end, and everybody thought I was being shady. You don't know what's going on. Don't judge until you're there. You have no fucking clue. So when her sister came to hit me, her sister didn't even touch me. She didn't scrape me. She didn't hit me. And I always say to this day, listen, that's fine because Jennifer was pregnant. But even if Jennifer wasn't pregnant, she still wouldn't have fought me. So please. But she brought her sister there to hit me, and everybody's like, she hit her. Her sister never touched me, boo. So let's just really get that. Get it straight, everybody, because you don't see nothing but angles and cameras. You were not there. You're not me. You don't know what happened at All-Star Battle. You don't know why I was so mad. It's because at the end of the day, I have a loyalty to people, and people don't have it back. So at the end of the day, I realized people are pieces of shit, and that's why I was mad, period. But you know, it is what it is. That's God. Karma comes back to everybody, okay? That's it, period.
Okay, then.
Yeah, so I just want to let everybody know, make that clear, because nobody understands why I was mad when I lost the money and all that. Oh, you stupid. No, you don't get it, guys. All the girls, we all made plans to help each other out. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody keeps their word, you know?
Oh, okay. So then we get to the season 4 reunion. I want to know, did production influence you to come out as hard as you did, or
no,
that was all you?
Not at all. I was ready. I wanted to go out in sneakers and jeans and like comfortable shit because I was ready to fight everybody. But like they were like, Flo, like some of the girls threatened to call the cops if you hurt them or whatever. Perez Hilton is terrified of you, so can you just like, slow it down? That's why they separated me from everybody, because they thought I was really gonna it's reunion, it's a free for all. But I really didn't plan on beating everybody up. I was like, I'm gonna get. Nobody knows what happened with me and Natalie a week before we went to the reunion. We were at a hotel. Like just a bunch of shit happened, and it was a lot of Twitter bullshit. And I was holding in that anger. I wanted to fight. Natalie was one of the people I was trying to fight, and that's really about it. The rest of the girls, why? Why would I fight them? I'm gonna beat them up anyway. At least Natalie could give me a little bit of competition. You know what I'm saying? Right.
And I remember, like, if you watch it back when you were coming out, you could hear Annie say, "I'm scared."
Yeah, and and I never put my hands on Annie or Kay or none of them. Like Amber's the only one because of what she did. But other than that, I would have never hit those girls. Are you kidding me? Like, soaking wet, they still. I'm just telling you, like, not trying to sound tough, but when it came to that group of girls, no. Sorry, but I'm not gonna fight people that can't fight me back. That's embarrassing to your life. Like that's why when you see people getting bullied by come on, bitch, grow up. You know what I mean? Like you're much bigger than her. You know you're gonna beat her up. Why bother?
Right.
So it's like no point,
Right. So when you had got up and you had got in Natalie's face, was that premeditated or was it just because she interrupted you?
No, I said the first person to. What did I say? Something about the first person to get smart with me is gonna get hit. Didn't I say something like that?
You was like,
she was.
if you get smart with me, this ain't the bad girl's house. I'm knocking you the fuck
And
out.
I said the first bitch to get smart with me. This is not the bad girl's club. I'm gonna fuck you up. And you know what? She was the first person to get smart with me. I legitimately, when I say I keep my word, I keep my word. Like when I say I'm gonna do something, just know it's gonna happen. If it's not gonna happen right now, it's gonna happen one day, right? So I said the first person to get smart with me, and that's why the rest of the girls just looked at me like, I was like, don't make that face at me. Then you see them turn their face because they saw I was dead serious. Like you bitches wanted to play me after all I did for all of you. You know how I was there for them. Like they were my children. Get the fuck out of here.
Right, right. And was that your first time meeting Amber and me? Cause I know her and Sarah were guests on the reunion.
Yeah, no. I actually the night before we went out and TMZ started following me, and then Amber was like, "That's Flo, that's Flo." Like and I liked her from there because I was like, "Look, she's not a hater." She was like bigging me up, and then TMZ was like, "Who are you?" to Amber and her, and they're like, "We're on the Bad Girls Club too." I was like, "They're on the Bad Girls Club too," and then we had like this whole moment with TMZ, and it was funny, That's our first time, like paparazzi's out there, as we thought cool and shit, So it was kind of cool, but it was cool because at the end of the day, no matter what, I just could say that I was the first one to bring Bad Girls Club up to that point where they were being talked about on talk shows because they used me for a lot of clips on like Talk Soup and Chelsea Handler and all these like big shows that I was being used on because I went absolutely nuts on the show. So they started paying attention to Bad Girls Club. So I was glad that I gave them that voice. I was happy.
Right, and
yeah, come on, but they needed that shit. Yo.
Exactly, and I know Kendra. She had got the spinoff for Love Games. Were you asked to do that?
Yes, I was asked to do that. I was asked to do Love Games. I was asked, and this is not a lie. You can ask Judy herself. She'll tell you. She went on Twitter one time and was like, and I was asked to do Love Games, season 13, Marriage Boot Camp. Everything that they've done, I was asked to do it first, but I said no to everything because money is not always the main objective for me. Do you understand? So
right.
When I saw, I was like, nah. I was like, I don't need that $10,000. I'm good. I'll live. You know what I'm saying? Like that 10 G's will go real quick to me. Like I take care of my family, my daughter, everybody. Fuck you. Like these are all things that they asked me to do at first. And Judy will tell you herself. Nah, Flo ain't lying though. She was like, I was there in LA when she went in the office and she flipped the table over. She's like, you broke motherfuckers. Fuck you, Oxygen. You motherfuckers want to offer me $15,000. You want to offer us $20,000 when you're making millions? And I flipped everything over. I was like, that's because you want to buy $10,000 lunches for your crew. You want to do this? Motherfucker, fuck you. And I went in on everybody. That whole office stood there, sat back, and just stared at me. I was like, fuck all you motherfuckers. And they still called me for the other shows, and I still said no.
Damn.
Fuck out of here. No, listen, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm glad you're doing this interview because I know a lot of people are going to listen to it. You need to understand something, everybody. Money is not always the main motive for you. If you're doing everything because you want money, your soul will fucking pay for it later. So I'm going to tell you right now, when I was on these shows and I saw the millions of dollars they were making off of us and every bad girl could lie their ass off saying, I get paid that money. No, the fuck you don't. Stop lying. Why are you lying for? Just tell the truth so people know, so we can get our money. Stop fucking acting like you're rich and you're doing good because you're not. You should be fucking telling the truth, talking about we made that show millions of dollars and they only paid us a little bit of money, which is why I don't fuck with them.
Right.
Fuck I look like giving you my fucking whole soul so you can make $10 million and pay me $20,000. Bitch, $20,000 ain't shit. I can't even rent an apartment with that money. Fuck is wrong with you? But like that's Justin. That's very important for all the fans to listen to.
Oh yeah, I feel you, honey. I feel you. Trust.
Fuck out of here.
Right. So, you had ended up getting your wedding special. Flo's getting married. You were the first bad girl to have a bad girl wedding.
Yes, I was.
Yes. So,
cool.
What went down with you and Patriot?
It's what can I say without making him look bad because I don't like to make nobody look bad.
Right.
I would say that I was I was working harder than him. If anybody understands what that means in layman's terms, I was providing pretty much everything, and I was getting tired of it. And I'm a woman. I married an Albanian guy. I expect to be treated a certain way by my own kind, and I wasn't. I was doing everything. So at the end of the day, I didn't marry you for you to live off me, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it just became like, now we're cool. He's a good, great father to our daughter. He's good with everything. We have everything situated. You know what I'm saying? I still don't accept money from nobody. Because not because of my pride, but like you help out what you can. But at the end of the day, I had my daughter knowing that I'd be able to provide for her, and I wasn't expecting nobody to do shit for me. You know what I mean?
Right. And
Yeah,
I was actually, when I had actually started getting into the show, I was actually very excited to see that you got that spinoff because it just,
me too.
yeah, it just goes to show that your impact on the show, for the most part, really wasn't negative. It was more so positive.
Oh, of course. Listen, I know. Listen, I know. People are gonna be like, she sound mad angry. So you know what? No, when I start getting passionate, there's a difference. I'm not angry. I'm passionate.
Right.
When I did the wedding special, I was happy because I was the first Albanian girl to. Samantha, no, Tika's on the phone on an interview. When I did the Albanian show, it was good because I was the first Albanian girl to ever get a show in America. The first Albanian girl ever. So I'm talking about Drina from Mob Wives is my cousin, right? So even before all that, I was the first one to be on TV as an Albanian girl. That's a big deal. Albanians don't go on TV. We're not allowed to, first of all, because people will talk shit about us, like, look at her, embarrassing. They wrote newspapers about me in Albania talking about, oh, she's going to ruin the Albanian girls and blah, blah, blah. But instead, all these gay Albanian people, everybody who was gay and hiding in the closet, they all start hitting me up. Flo, thanks to you, I came out to my family, blah, 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 because they saw you, they accepted me, thank you so much. And I was glad. I was like, fuck. Like, at first I was like, damn, am I ruining these people? Then I was like, nah, actually, they were all hiding and being somebody they weren't. Now today, they're somebody they are supposed to be because I went out there and was like, I'm Albanian, I'm Muslim, and I'm bisexual, and I don't give a fuck what you think about me. So, like, that was a big deal to happen, and then I got married to an Albanian, so that was unexpected. Like, people were like, she married an Albanian? Like, what? Like,
Right. And it was actually very exciting to watch. It was so exciting.
Oh yeah, Albanian weddings are lit. Like Tanisha said, she was like, I felt like I was at King Tut's wedding. She was like, they were making it rain everywhere. That wedding had 600 people at it, yo.
Right.
And they had like 20 cameras because we were filming. Albanians ain't used to shit like that. That shit was lit, yo. What?
Exactly, and then not only that, but the way they did the promo, I just love the way they did it.
Yeah.
They was like, they were like, what is the last thing you'll ever expect from Flo?
I know, I find that funny.
And then you pop up and you're like, I'm pregnant and I'm getting married.
And I'm getting married. And I was so pregnant on that show. It was so cute.
Yes, and it got
funny.
to show such a soft side of you. Loved it, Flo.
Yeah,
my God.
I know. And everybody got to see that, which is cool. They got to see my family, how my mom is and everything, my brother, my sister. It's kind of cool. I like that.
Yes, a lot of the fans say that you and your sister should be twins because y'all sound just alike.
We do. She like I'm just gonna tell a quick story, quick. When we were in high school, we even looked like each other. This one dude, it was like nighttime kind of, they were having a barbecue. Her boyfriend at the time, he came up to me and kissed me right on the lips. I was like, the fuck are you doing? He was like, what are you talking about, babe? I was like, yo, I'm not Jill, asshole. And he was like, oh my God, please don't tell her I did that. I swear to God, I thought you were Jill. I was like, it's okay, I'm not going to tell her. And I told her anyway, but it was just hilarious because people used to confuse us all the time, So me and my sister were the tag team champions in high school. We used to fuck people up with that. They used to bully people.
Right. And see, I love the fact, like, I know you declined a lot of the stuff that they offered you, but Flo, it just seemed, I just love the enthusiasm. Like, it was just so enthusiastic to see all of that from them. Like, they were like, the girl who is known for going hard is about to tie the knot.
Yeah, like, and you know what? Listen, the reason why I was only sad for because I was like, I know the people want to see me on TV, but guess what? Listen, my time will come. And today, I can't talk about something that a phone call I had about 2 weeks ago. When I tell you, if you think you saw a good side of me then, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not. Listen, for me, I don't like to talk about things because I feel like when you talk, sometimes you could, make it fade away. Right. But at the end of the day, what I'm working on today, listen, you see what I'm working on. I talk very strongly about people on drugs, drug addiction, how prevalent it is. Me and Asia talk about that all the time. I'm like, I support her. I'll hit her up. I'll be like, good girl, keep staying sober, keep it up. Because, we went through that same thing, me and her, with the alcohol and the drugs and all that. Because after the show, you start to get crazy. You don't know what to do. You have money, you're chilling, you're flying everywhere. People are offering you this, that. You know, it becomes like a lifestyle. You know, like that, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll type of lifestyle. You know, and plus because I'm Flo, everybody was comfortable with me, so I was having parties. Like it was wild. You know, but today I try to express that, and I don't care what people say. I knew she was on drugs, bitch. Yeah, I was, and you know what? At that point, I was depressed. I was also didn't know what was wrong with me. I was very depressed. I almost tried to kill myself. Like I didn't know what was going on with my life. I had ADHD, bipolar disorder, everything. But today, how come I don't have none of that stuff no more? You know why? Because I cleared my negativity. I cleared the people out of my life. I stopped taking offers from just random people. You saw how I was about this interview. I was like, well, what's it gonna be like? You know, I was all nervous because like I don't want to promote bad things to nobody. I want people to advance in life. And at the end of the day, the thing that I had the phone call with, if you see what I'm planning on doing next, if willing and God blesses me with what's coming up next, it's not just going to be a blessing for me. I'm going to help so many people with this. The idea that we had is the We channel. So the idea we had is, I'm telling you, it's beautiful. And I'm praying, and I pray that everybody prays that it happens as well. Like they set their intentions, because I'm going to help and change so many lives with this shit, yo. Yeah. It's like it's not going to be a waste of fucking, I know it's fun to watch entertainment television. I get it. Yeah. But like every single show, like the same way, we need something positive out here. We need one thing, yo.
Right. So how much, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you get paid for your special?
They paid me $100,000, and then also they paid for the wedding, and then they gave like my family and stuff like $200 every day. They would give them like for taping, you know what I'm saying? So we all got money from it, you know what I mean? But then again, you know, being the person that I was at that time, my wedding cost $100,000, so I paid for my own like food and stuff like that. So they paid for the venue and like all the people, but I paid for the food and the drinks. So my wedding cost a lot. I bought my mom a house with it. Like I did a lot of things with my money, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, well, I mean, like, and if you live upstate New York, I always tell people, if you ever want to move from New York to upstate New York, listen, a house out here, a nice house, $300,000, you got a lot of land, a lot of things to do out here. I ride quads, I hunt. I don't hunt animals, but you know, I hunt like fake shit. Right. Like we do we shoot at the trees and shit. Like I'm like a gun person. I love shit like that. Like I like going on my quad, on my three-wheeler. It's a lot of things that I do up here. But the point is, you know, when it came to Bad Girls Club, they didn't pay us a lot. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you guys, on our season, you know how much they paid every girl? $4,000 each, okay? And then we got $1,000 every Friday while we were there. We were there for 4 months, so we probably made about 10 G's. But when I got off the show, I made a lot of money because I was hosting clubs for like $4,000 a night. So like, but like at the end of the day, I made a lot of money depending on how popular you are. If nobody likes you, you're not gonna get hired, and you're not gonna make no money. So you just went on the show, did all that for nothing, kind of. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's up to you to make a business out of it. That's why today I was like, you know what? I know why I waited for so long. Is because the business that I have today, you know, I do tarot card readings. So I'm nice with that shit. Like people, every time somebody gets a tarot card reading from me, they can't fucking believe how on point I am. Because you know what? I'm a gifted ass bitch. I read energy so quickly, and I do connect with spirit. I'm sorry if people think I'm crazy, but I talk to dead people. Yes, I do.
Right. And how long after your season did you do the special?
After the season, the special was, how long ago was it? Not even like 7 months later.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, I remember some years ago you had did an interview about them offering you your own show called Go With The Flow. I want to know what happened with that.
Well, what happened was they didn't like, listen, just like when me and Natalie and everybody got together and we wanted to do the Bad Boys Club, right?
Right.
What happened was me, Natalie, Amber put our money together and we were going to do that, and we invested like $4,000 each, blah, 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 paid this, paid the mansion, this and that. People came on and they didn't like it because my show was going to involve a lot of gay people. And listen, the industry, as much as they accept gay people, do you really see them on TV like that? Do you really see shows about gay people and gay boys and gay girls? Not really, right? They'll have like one or two gay person, but my shit, I told them like, my friends are gay. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna, you know, like I have girls that are like this and Albanian, and they didn't like it because I was more like about the positive stuff. So they said to me, Flo, that will go against everything Bad Girls Club was about. I wanted to do a show. I'm not going to say what it is because that's my idea, and I already pitched it to someone else, and we're looking into that. And
right,
so I don't
right.
want to say it because somebody will steal it. But it was basically to change people's lives. So they, at that time, were like, no, it's too positive. I'm telling you, they said literally those words to me, it's too positive. It's going to take away from what the Bad Girls Club is. But today, because Bad Girls Club's no longer around, and people want to see change, it's a different story. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's exactly the right time.
Yeah.
Right. So then after that, you had ended up getting a call for the All-Star Battle, and I want to know what was your thoughts on that when they first called you to do it?
I was first of all, I was like, competition, I'm in. Everything competition. I love competing. I wasn't honestly even thinking about the money, to be honest with you, because at that time I was living good. I had a lot of money. I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. But I know I'm gonna win. Like, I'm gonna get to the end, and I did. I said what I was gonna do. I got to the end. I beat everybody in every challenge. I killed it every single time. So like, I was happy. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, you manipulating everybody. No, it's because, you know what? There's an alpha female, and then there's the followers, and I'm always the alpha female. Put me in a room with 10 girls, and I'm always going to be the one to be like, we're doing this, we're doing that, and everybody's going to do it. So period. Like, that's it, because I know what I'm talking about. So why wouldn't you listen to me? So through the whole show, I was just excited about it. I loved it. I loved the competition aspect of it, especially at that time. Like, I was still, athletic, running around. Like, today, I'm like, nah, I don't know. I don't know so much,
Right. And I noticed that they put the OGs in the same limo together. You, Amber, and Natalie, y'all were pulling up to the house. And, the girls were kind of giving y'all a side eye because they're like, oh, why are they here? They're so old.
Yeah. Yeah, but guess what? And what's funny is, like, all that, you see that, but then behind the scenes, I wish they didn't edit so much fake shit out, because, I must tell you, every girl in that house, always, it would be like 10 girls, and I'd be right there. It'd be 10 of the other girls, I'd be right there. I talked to every single one of them. I was cool with all of them. When I eliminated them and did all that shit, it was for reasons I did that, because nobody knows why. I had to do what I had to do, period. Like, you're not doing what you need to do. We're a part of a team. This is a game. And at the end of the day, my goal is to stay to the end. I'm not trying to be grimy, but y'all bitches want to lie and deceive each other. You're talking to the ultimate manipulator here. I could do it if I want to, but I just don't want to do it because, it's fucked up to do that shit,
Right.
But it was a game. It was a game. People getting mad, like, you manipulated the girls. I'm like, bitch, like, did you ever see the gif of me? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, lies. I'm not talking about me lying. I'm talking about the girls lying. They made it look like I'm the liar. But no, I wasn't the liar. I was just good at the game. That's all it was. I was a good fucking game player. Don't play games with me then, because I'll win. Period.
Right, right. And I had loved your look this season too. I love to say that you had let your hair grow long and you had dyed it.
Wait, hold on. I look at that.
Yeah, is brown your natural hair color?
Yeah, that's my natural hair.
Okay.
I look at that too. I'm like, damn, my hair was long, nice. Like, my hair right now, like, it's still growing and shit. But like, I had cut my hair real short because what you say, they say when women go through like a depressive time or something happens to them major and a life change, they cut their hair. That's what I did. I literally sat in the bathroom and buzzed my whole hair off. Like, I was like, fuck this, I hate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through that. So yeah, that is what it is.
Yes, and I'm glad I got you here because this has been. There's one issue I'm about to talk about. Nobody's ever been able to find out what really started this because Rocky never spoke on it. I asked Shannon in my interview with her, but she didn't really know herself for real. But at the elimination, what started that little blow up? Because somebody said it was because Rocky got mad because you and Shannon were talking so much.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. This is what happened. Okay. Rocky at that time, Judy at that time, there was a couple of girls that would constantly drink. And when I say constantly, I mean from 7 in the morning till like the next day, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that morning, she got up early and she was drinking beer, and I kept saying, "Yo, stop!" Like, it would bother me because okay, so when you see alcoholics in your family and all that, it triggers you when you see somebody getting drunk like that, and you see them, like, it triggers you. You feel bad and you don't know what to do. So and you know what? Most of the thing was I was mad at the producers because they kept putting liquor in the cabinets for her, and I kept saying, like, "Stop, yo! Why you, like, behind the scenes?" I'm screaming at the producers like, "You want us to be fucking drug addicts and alcoholics, you motherfuckers, like, fuck you. Like, I'm flipping on everybody, like, you know, and these girls, like, they saw all of that, so they could front all they want. But the point is, she was doing that all day, and then we got to the elimination ceremony. Now I'm like, when I say I don't give a fuck if your stepfather died or not, you know what I mean? When I said that, is because all day she was just like, I love drinking, but then she started, like, lying and saying that it's because of her stepfather. So she was fine, and then acting like she wasn't, like, you know, like staying in one concept. So at the end, what happened was her and the other girls, they were drunk, so we were trying to film. Now, mind you, when we were sitting in elimination, it would take hours for us to finish these scenes. So I'm sitting there like, yo, it's been 3 hours. Shut the fuck up. Like, so they wouldn't shut up. They kept talking and talking and talking. So, like, you know, they were drunk, so they were acting stupid. So I kept saying, yo, please, can we just get over this and film this and go back? Because not only do we have to film now for 3 hours, now we got to wake up 6 in the morning and do competitions, bro. I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, you know, so, like, I was telling people, like, can we just be quiet for a minute? Is it possible for us to just be quiet and get over this elimination? And then Rocky was like, shut the fuck up. Like, she kept laughing. So I got up and I was like, shut your fucking drunk ass up. And I started flipping out on everybody, right? So then she stood up. She was like, what did I do? But when you're that drunk, you're not going to know what you did. And I'm trying to tell you all day nicely to stop. And you're not. So all of a sudden, her and Shannon just, I'm just going to tell you, I love you, Shannon. You're my bitch. But she got scared. She was like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Like, she was like, no, this is crazy. Because when I tell you, the camera didn't catch everything. I was outside. I was like, I was ready to fucking kill everybody. Like, on some G shit. Like, this shit is annoying. I'm not getting paid enough for this. I'm sitting here recording for 5 hours. Even all the other girls are like, Flo, you're right, though. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, they want to act like I'm the crazy one. But meanwhile, behind the scenes, they're like, Flo's right, though. Fuck that. They should have listened. Like, you know, it was just getting too much. It was like every night is they're fucking around. Like, when it's time to get serious, I'm a businesswoman. Like, let's record this shit, get it done, and move on. So, like, that happened, and then Rocky, she was like, I'm leaving, and then Shannon was like, me too, I'm leaving too, and then they just left. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And then, you know, it's just, some girls just, they just don't like, I don't know, whatever it was, but they got scared and left. That's what it was. They got scared. No offense to them, but they were shook. I'm sorry.
Right. I think, but see, Shannon was like that on her season. She didn't really like the drama, and Shannon went through a lot.
Yeah, she's a Virgo, too. She's a Virgo. She's a nice girl, man.
Yeah. She had went through a lot of shit on her season, so I think she was looking at what shit, I don't want to go through that again. That's why she chose to do the All-Star Battle.
And I understand that. You know what? I love Shannon. Like, me and her, cool. We still, till today, hit each other out. What up, girl? How you doing? Good. Rocky, that whole thing happened, but the thing was, she was drunk and doesn't remember anything, so in her eyes, I started everything and I'm an evil person. But no, it wasn't like that. It was just like, it was 3 days of garbage and nonsense. I let him go, and to the point where, like, even the producers are like, thank God, Flo, because they were starting to get on our nerves. Everybody's thanking me behind the scenes, but making me look crazy in person. But that's okay. I'll be the bad guy. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Right. And then that whole first night was just crazy as hell. Then Megan and Natalie start getting into it. They chopped it up so much though, because I noticed.
Oh God!
Because I noticed you was trying to calm Megan down, but when her and Megan first started, I didn't see you anywhere around. So when did you walk? So when did you walk back in and see that going on?
I was there the whole time, but the point is, I went outside for a second,
right?
And then when I was walking back in, I saw that. But like I said, they chopped that whole shit up because that all happened, and then Megan went towards her, and I didn't want Megan to attack her because I love Megan, and still me and her still talk here and there. I leave her comments all the time under her thing, love you, blah blah blah. She's like, thanks, Flo. You know, like, we are all cool. You know, like, we had conversations late nights, but like, it's like right after that, I saw her running in towards her, and I tried to stop her, but like, I couldn't. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be at 10 places at once. So, like, after all that, but they, of course, always removed me. They always putting me outside. Like, no, Flo, you got to go outside. Why I got to go outside? Because we know you're going to attack. So you got to go outside.
Right.
So they always removed me from the situation. But I was used to it by then. At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm the fucking bad guy. Everybody point your fucking fingers. Look, that's the fucking bad guy. Okay. you know?
Right.
So.
And I remember Erica from season 9. She was on Megan's season. She had mentioned at the reunion that she loved you. She was a big fan of you growing up.
That's my bitch.
Yeah.
Me and her had so much fun together on that show. Even today, I see her raps. I comment underneath. 90% of them don't comment back, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm still going to show you love. Just so you see, my heart's in a bigger place and I'm healed over everything. Like, Bad Girls Club was an experience for me. I loved every minute. I loved every girl on there. I have no hate for nobody. So if anybody wants to live with hate in their heart over a show, oh my God, girls, come on. Ladies, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. This show was 10 years ago. Like, for real. Damn. Fuckers, right? He's still living in that time? Goddamn, bitch. I moved on like 20 years ago. What is wrong with you?
Right. So, as the show went on, what made I remember when Natalie had woke up that night and threw that bottle on Julie, that had really pissed you off, and I want to know why that pissed you off so much.
Because Natalie, when she gets in her modes, she likes to pick on the people that are the most afraid of her. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, Natalie, I kept saying to her, yo, stop, man. Why you keep bullying? Why you keep not bullying? Let me not use that word. Why you keep picking on these girls that you know ain't gonna do nothing back? Like, why do you keep doing that? She's like, nah, fuck these bitches. I'm like, Natalie, what is this? So, like, we went through this like a few days, and I told her a million times, if you're gonna pick on people, and I'm not with that. I'm not about to be a part of that team. Like, where people are like, Flo turn. You're not gonna see. I don't know. Anybody could say whatever they want. I never heard nothing said about me saying, "Oh, look at Flo. She's a follower. She followed this." I didn't follow nobody. The fuck is you talking about? Like, so I told her, stop picking on the girl. Like, leave her alone. Because Julie was actually, believe it or not, and at that point was like an ally to me and Natalie. She was doing everything for us. If we would say do this, Julie would do it. Go jump that way, she would jump that way. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Right.
So for her, so I told her, like, stop. And then also because Natalie told me, like, I shouldn't be talking to these bitches. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Do you remember all the shit you did on Bad Girls Club when you left me to go to the club and you try to play me? You remember what you did? How you gonna be a hypocrite and tell me now? I have no problems with these girls. I don't even know them. I never even watched their season. I know nothing about these girls. I just met them. Don't tell me who to talk to, who not to talk to. So she kept doing shit like that, getting mad because we were talking. So I got in her face after that, and that's how I got mad about that because she kept on with the girls over and over and over again. So I went on her. That's it.
Right. So then after that, and the show kept going on, you were actually doing a really good job staying in the game. I remember that one elimination when you were up there with Paula. It really surprised you that you stayed. Like, you were really surprised that you had stayed. I want to know what was so surprising about that. Like, did you really think you were leaving that night?
I'm sorry. Say that again. You heard my sister's yelling in the background.
Oh, you
Say
did,
that again.
So that elimination where
sorry,
where you and Paula were up for elimination, when it came down to it and Paula had went home, you were like, oh my God. So were you really thinking you were leaving that night?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. What? I thought the girls were gonna kick me off right there and then because I was winning every challenge. They didn't like that shit, so I was like, I'm going home today. But no, I really was shocked. And plus, I loved Paula. I didn't want her to go home. I voted. Listen, if I told somebody I'm not going to vote for you, I didn't. There was only 1 or 2 times I did that because they did it to me, and I found out. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm voting for you too, bitch. But Paula, no, I was like, no, don't send her home. That was my bitch. I love Paula. She had a good heart, sweetheart, very, very kind, very real, in your face, like tells you what it is. I liked Paula. So when she left, first of all, I felt bad for her. Second of all, I was shocked that I was still there. Shocked.
Right. And then I remember there was a situation with Judy. She was really upset because I think you had won the challenge and you had told her you weren't going to put her up, and you ended up putting her up, and she started crying. She was like, I'll never trust anybody again.
No, but you know what? Judy was going through her own things, and I'm not here to mention what or how, but
exactly.
I didn't want her there no more because of what she was doing while she was there, and I felt like it was detrimental to her health. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, everybody I think pretty much knows. Things trigger me. I grew up with an alcoholic father, and things like that trigger me. When I see people feeding people alcohol and shit, it bothers me. So I kind of did that for her own good because I'm like, she's here, and they're just, it was these the game. The game is shady, man, and I don't like to see people's lives going downhill for a fucking TV show. That's not happening. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So whatever everybody else wants to think, I did shit for my own reasons, but I ain't out here to tell nobody's business. That's on them. I cared about Judy and the way she, you know how much I cared about her, and if she's told mad people this, you know what? I fucks with Flo because I know that was just TV shit. She was looking out for me, but I didn't see it that way at that time. She was in Boston one time. We were hosting a club. They abandoned her there. The people that booked her abandoned her there because she started wilding. She was drunk and acting crazy and shit. And the people that booked her, they left her ass there. I saw her the next day by the gas station. I picked her up and I was like, "What's the matter?" She's like, "They left me here." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Yo, I live in New York. She lives 4 hours away from New York. Like, if I would have drove from Boston to New York, it would have took me 4 hours to get home. I drove her all the way home and drove all the way back and didn't ask her for a thing. And I told her, go home, take care of yourself. I love you. She was like, "Yo, Flo, I'm sorry I ever even looked at you that way." I was like, "Judy, just understand something. People like me, I don't tell people why I do things for them. I'm not here to like show off." I said, "You'll see the loyalty. I would never leave you out on these streets over here like that. You crazy? No matter what you did, no matter what, I'm not leaving you in the streets here." And I drove her ass home, bro. I drove by myself, tired as hell, back and forth, and I drove home that same day, okay?
Right.
So.
Okay, then. So then when it came down to it, I remember near the end of the show, which I feel like you kind of made this mistake too, and why didn't you send Jen home? I know you said y'all plan to split the money.
Yeah,
but
that's why, honey,
right.
That's why. And I'm going to tell you another reason. Real quick, and we'll get past this part.
Right.
Before you go in the eliminations, what they do is they put you in a room to talk to each other, right? So it's like talk to each other, and the producer's like, "Flo, don't send Jen home. I don't think you should send her home because, they just wanted to see the drama. Because they know, the producers know what they're doing. But don't forget, Jen cried to me and begged me. You guys you just see like a quick talk between us, but you don't see the crying that she did about her brother being in foster care. I knew she was pregnant because I told you I'm a psychic, and I said to her, I was like, "Yo, I had a dream about a baby choking on a spoon last night." And she looked at me. I was like I went, "You're pregnant?" to her, like with my mouth. She was like, "Mm-hmm." And I was like, "Damn, she's pregnant. Her brother's in foster care. You know what? If she wins, God bless her. I hope she takes that money and does the right thing with her life with it." Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Right.
She was like, "Listen, dead ass. She could deny it all she wants." She was like, "I don't want to be a stripper no more. I'm about to have a baby. My brother's in foster care. I want to get him out of foster care. I want to take care of my child, blah, 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 all this stuff." So what do you think I'm going to do, being the good-hearted person that I am? Be like, "Nah, bitch, go home, starve to death, keep stripping, and die." You know what I'm saying? No. I was like, "Look, you stay." I was like, "I'm keeping you here, Jen." I kept my word. I told her what I was going to do. I did. She didn't keep her word at the end of the day. That's not up to me. Like I said, everybody's karma comes back to them the way that it's supposed to. It's not up to me. I wish her nothing but the best. I want her child to have the best. I want her brother to be okay. And that's it, period. I have no hate for nobody. That's it.
Right, okay, and that explains why you had decided to put the twins up instead.
And listen, everything I'm telling you is the truth. I mean, my brain is like a fucking movie. I could rewind everything and I'll remember like that. So any information you're getting out of me, this is not Flo's side of the story, boo. This is the way it went down. And all the other girls could deny it, but really, in the end of the day, they're like, "She's right, though. She's right, though. She's right. Fuck, she's right."
Right. So, you have no regrets on that. You still would have did the same thing?
Same thing. I would have done the same thing because guess what? Everything happens for a reason in life, you know? So, like I said, maybe God didn't give me that because there was a lot bigger meant for me, you know? So that's the way, it's your perception on things. At that time, I'm not going to lie, I got depressed over it. You know, I was very sad over it and a lot of things. Like, I was embarrassed to come home, but my family's like, "Are you crazy? You did so good." But everybody was proud of me. And then I was proud of myself. I took a lot for me to learn and understand that God has bigger plans for me. So that was meant for her. You know, at that time, she needed it. Do you understand what I'm saying? At that time, if I would have got that money, Justin, I'm not saying, because today I live a normal life. I live like everybody else. You know, right. I make my fucking $4,000 a month and I'm good. Like that's, and that might be a lot of people, but I pay bills here, do this, help that one, do that. my family. You understand what I'm saying to you? So it's a different lifestyle. But if I would have won at that time, it would have just been extra money in my pocket. You get it?
Right.
For her, she really, at that time, she needed that shit, like bad. And she got to start her business, and her kid's going to live a good life. I'm happy. She's blessed. That's all I want. That's it.
Right. Well, I'm glad you still keep the same positive outlook on it then.
Always. I love people, man. I love everybody. I want everybody to be happy.
Right.
I just do.
And also, I want to know, too, did you kind of know, like, oh, okay, if I do send her home, I know I'm going to win this. Like, I'm going to be able to beat the twins.
I knew 100% I would have won. If she would have went home. See, I knew she was like, okay, so like I said, like I told, I don't know if you heard it, but I was on live before, and I said, there was this one black dude. His name was Z. Me and him were cool. He was one of the producers, and he was like when at the end came, he said, Flo, remember that lady told you to go that way? She was some white bitch. I couldn't stand her. She was like the main producer and shit. She was like, go that way. Like about the first thing where I got stuck and I couldn't put the puzzle pieces together. They had the girl had told me, like, go that way. Like, and I looked at her, I was like, where do I go? And she was like, Flo, that way. So I followed her direction. I went to the puzzle that was more confusing, so it took me longer. But like, still, Jen was like, when it came to running and all that shit, she was faster than me and all that. But, like, I still caught up with her still. You know how behind I was when I caught up? Nobody realizes I was, like, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes behind them all. And I still caught up to the end. Do you know how much of an achievement that was to me? Like, my fat ass running up that hill. I smoked cigarettes, Newport 100s on top of that. Like, you forget it. I was smoking mad blunts at that time. You crazy. That shit was... that shit was an achievement. Like, for somebody to do that, somebody who ain't no athletic person. I mean, I've always been athletic, but not like that, you know? And like I said, Jen, she was getting some good exercise on them poles. I love you, Jen, but you were. Like, stop running. Like, stripper poles give you the best bodies. I don't give a fuck what nobody says, okay? Fuck out of here.
Right. So, why do you think you just reacted just so fucking hard when you found out you lost?
Because, honestly, you want to know the real reason? Because of my pride. I was like, fuck, man. Everybody's like, she lost. That's all I cared about at that time. But then I realized later, really, it wasn't that important. At that present moment, though, I was crying because I was like, fuck, I want to win for my daughter. Like, whatever it was, But at the end of the day, it wasn't the money, Justin. I didn't need the money. I just wanted to. I think at that time it was my pride more like. And then on top of that, I was really hurt at the fact that me and her like made all these agreements, and I promised to help her, and she promised to. I didn't need help, it's, whatever. And at the end of the day, like, to me, it was more like, damn, that's fucked up. The loyalty is nowhere. That's when I started not trusting people. Like, fuck everybody. I'm never going to help nobody again. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what I did. I helped her. Because if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have stood there to the end. I had plenty of chances to get her to go home. Three times I could have sent her home, and I didn't.
Right. So, and I also want to give you a chance right now to just kind of clear this real quick. I want to make sure if this is kind of true or whatever, because, that's just what I do in my interviews. So I remember Danny had said that after you had lost, you were telling production that you wanted to kill yourself. So I want to know, was
that's bullshit.
Okay.
Are you serious? Like, first of all, I would say to these girls, they should become producers or writers, because they should write novels of all the lies that they tell, because it's amazing to me how they come up with this stuff, because in my wildest dreams, I can come up with crazy imaginary stuff, but like stuff like that, some of the shit they said, like, I'm just going to tell you, even not just about me, the other girls too, I'm like, that's not true. Why is she saying that? But people are people. They're going to believe what they see, and somebody's constantly tweeting, constantly has no life, and that's what they do. Bitch, please, like, you know what? Like, I'm not even going to go there with those girls. They are fucking, conniving little fucks. Let me tell you, man. I like a lot of people in my life, but those motherfuckers, they are something else, bro.
I got you. So then, we get to the reunion. How long after you finished the finale did you film the reunion?
Probably like 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later? Oh, damn. So it
was quick right away. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Like 2 months later. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. So, you get to the reunion and everything. I want to know where your mind was. Like, were you just...
None of us wanted to be there. Everybody was annoyed. Nobody wanted to be there. Ray J was getting on my nerves. Everybody was getting on my nerves. The producer was getting on my nerves. I just didn't want to be there. I was like, I just want to get this check and get the fuck out of here. Because at that point, I found out from people, like I said, they changed the producers to Bad Girls Club. A lot of them got changed to new people. So the older people, I still keep in contact with them till today. We still talk. Like, how you doing, Flo? Oh my God, like they fucked up. Like, you're the best, and blah blah. And I'll talk to them, and they told me, like, those people that were working on there behind the scenes, the PAs, people that are not supposed to talk to you, after you leave the show,
right.
They was hitting me up and telling me how they set me up a lot, the producers. So I wasn't even mad at the girls at that point. I started seeing when all boiled down to the end, it was the producers. They fucked with me. They wanted people to feel bad for me that I lost, because they knew, like, a lot of people that rooted for me. A lot of people were rooting for me, by the way, and they were like, if Flo loses, this is gonna be like epic. You know what I mean? If I would have won, they would have been like, oh great, Flo won, duh. But like when they saw me lose, the producers thought it would be better TV, so they kind of set me up for that at the end, because they listen. It was a whole ploy, like everything. When they told me, keep this one, don't keep that one. No, you should keep that one, because they do that behind the scenes. The producers will team up like 3-4 people, and they'll sit in a room and drill you until you're like, finally, okay, fine, I'll keep her. You know what I mean? Because they want to keep the people that are more, important, more people like them more, so they try to like force you to keep people there. When Natalie was gonna go home, they were trying to talk us all into like keeping her there. We were like, nah, she don't win. This bitch is athletic. She runs around all the time. She fucking doing football and shit. Get the fuck out of here. We knew she was gonna win. And plus, like, if Natalie wanted to come out and say she was rich, so we all thought she was rich, so we're like, she don't need the money. Fuck her. You know what I mean?
Right,
so, like,
right.
If she would have said the truth, which is I'm not rich, I'm just trying to get there, then we would have been like, fuck it, like, let her stay. But nah, she want to act like she's rich, so we were like, fuck, she don't need the money, she can go. But at the end of the day, I was upset at that point. I just didn't want to be there. I wanted to go home. I was like, hurry the fuck up, let me. It was just weird. It was weird, because what, everybody saw that there was shady shit going on, funny shit, like, people were looking at each other, we were all looking at each other like, this shit is fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Like,
right,
it was just weird.
And why was Ray J getting on your nerves?
Man, he tried to fuck everybody on that show. Like, I remember a few times, like, Flo, come in my dressing room. I was like, nah, I'm good. Fuck out of here. Like, nope, I'm good, Ray J. One time I said something, but who was the best? His sister, Brandy. She's like, Flo, I love you. I was like, oh my God, Brandy says she loves me. Oh my God, Brandy. Like, yo, I'm bugging, like, sitting up in my room. I'm, like, singing her song to her. She was laughing. But I said to Ray J, because me and Ray J got along really good. But when he started seeing, like, me go off, like, then he was like, oh shit, like, because at one point I was like, Ray J, get the fuck out of my face, I'm gonna punch you in the face. He was like, damn, all right, Flo, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, he was getting on my nerves that day, because he was being told what to do by the producers, and he was trying to influence me to say certain things and do certain things. I was like, Ray J, if you don't get out of here with that fucking politics shit, man. He's like, all right, Flo, I got you. So he understood that I understood. He was like, Flo knows the game, because he's in the game and he knows the game, and I know how the game goes. We're not stupid. We're in this life. We know what the fuck they do behind the scenes. So we everybody was just getting on my nerves, because they was like, they were all working together. Like, and I was just like, I want to get the fuck out of here. I'm done. Like, this is over with.
Right. Because I noticed after that altercation with Jen's sister, when you tried to leave, he literally came out there trying to get you to come back inside. So it does.
Because I'm telling you, me and Ray J, like, because he tried the whole like come in my dressing room thing that he saw I was like a dude kind of. I was like, not like a dude, but like I'm like one of the guys. Like, I'm not stupid. I think like a man too. I try to bag bitches too, Ray J. You ain't the only one. So when me and him understood that with each other, we were so cool throughout the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when it came to that point, he saw that there were moments when I was like, Ray J, get out of my face with that shit, and he was like, all right, Flo, I got you. He saw, so we understood. We had a very good understanding with each other, me and him. We were mad cool the whole time. I'm telling you, his friends that would come on the set, all of them fucked with me. All of them. Flo, what up? Come here, come chill. I was always with them. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, not with the whole politics shit. I was like chilling, like trying to just do me, get this money, go home. You know what I mean? Like, whatever,
Right.
Yeah, so.
So, what was Kardashian's reaction after Jen's sister pulled that move?
I thought it was shady, because the producers told me I couldn't have my sister there, but they brought her there. So I was like, why you let her come here? I went. You guys don't see that part. When I walked off the stage, I wasn't flipping at Jen or her sister. I get it. If I was pregnant, my sister would have came on and beat somebody too. Try to beat somebody up because she didn't touch me. Let's make that clear. But when she came on, I was mad at the producers. I didn't give a fuck. Listen, I get it. I'm a street bitch too, bitch. Like, you try to fuck with my sister, I'm coming after you. So ain't nobody. I wasn't even mad at none of them. It was just the point of, for me, was like, wait a minute, so you're telling me that my sister couldn't come here, but you let her come on. Then they let her come on sneaky, which should have been like, Flo, Jen's sister's coming out to see you. If it would have been like that, I would have been prepared. I'm sitting down, first of all. What if she would have came at me while I was sitting? You know how it is. You're sitting and it's harder to get up and fight, right?
Right.
So I'm like, you couldn't tell me that she was coming after me? You couldn't tell, oh, word, I'm supposed to be your star, like you guys kept saying, you're our star. But then you let some stranger come on to try to fight me and you don't even tell me anything about it. Then on top of that, my shirt unbuttoned, so I couldn't even keep my shirt closed and fight at the same time. Like, come on now, get the fuck out of here. That shit was shady shit, yo. Everybody said that shit. That's fucked up. They shouldn't have done that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody said that.
I thought it was lame as hell too. I did too.
Hell yeah. And then, you know what? Is he gonna, like, come on now, fuck out of here, man. That's some bullshit. Like, and then Jen, you know, when I was like, why don't you just say it right now? Admit to everybody that me and you were supposed to split that money. Admit to it right now. She was like, and she turned around and acted like I never said nothing. I'm like, okay, and this is why people are fake. This is why.
Right. So then after the All-Star battle, you said they had called you for redemption.
Say that again?
You said after the All-Star battle, they had called you for redemption, right?
Yeah, oh, of course, 100%. They called me like 20 times, and I went back and forth with them. I went back and forth with them on the phone. Flo, we'll pay you this much. Nope, we'll do this much. Nope, we'll do that. Nope. I said, like, what is it about? What, you know, and I thought they were telling me at first, like, it's going to be about changing and this and that. So I was like, oh, okay, if it's about changing and all that. And then I found out when I went to LA and I did the interview with them, like, they sat down in the room. That's when I flipped out on all of them. And I was like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck what you're trying to pay me. And I flipped out on everybody. Judy was in the next room with what's her name? Somebody else. Because we all got called back for that, right?
Right.
So Judy was in the other room, but they picked whoever they picked. And she was like, yo, I remember I heard Flo in the other room saying, nope, I'm not fucking doing it. And my mom was like, I'm proud of you because I didn't give in to their bullshit, you know? It's like, oh, no, you're trying to invite me on to something to make a fool of myself, to fight people, and not even pay me enough. Want an interview. So what are you doing here? Because nobody's out here. This is outside. If you're doing an interview. Go ahead. We didn't get any articles? Hello? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you good, boo-boo.
Wow. We didn't even get tacos. Okay, go ahead.
But, you can go ahead and continue, honey.
So what I was saying was that I said no. They called me a few times. They tried to give me this much money, then that much money, then that much money, and I kept saying no every single time. And at the end of the day, they even had this girl call me that I was cool with. When the producer was like, "Please, Flo, we really need you. Like, this show's." I said, "I'm not doing it." I said, "I'm not fucking doing it. First of all, you guys are not paying people enough." I said, "You're trying to shit on us." Second of all, I said, it's the same thing over and over again. I said, watch your ratings be shitty as hell. Without me, ain't gonna be shit. And I hung up the phone. And then after that, the lady called me back. She was like, after the show ran, she was like, damn, Flo. She was like, yo, everybody in the office was like, fuck, man. Flo, man. If she would have been on there, it would have been so much better because she, you know, she fights like she's real. She would have had everybody this, that. And their ratings were horrible. For that, compared to the way Bad Girls Club is, to have all those bad girls in one house and the ratings to be that bad.
Yeah.
The ratings to be that bad is because it was horrible. The production, everything was, oh my, I can't even, I don't even know what happened to that shit.
Yes, and that's what a lot of the fans were saying. They said the season would have been better had they had better girls because they brought a lot of...
Yeah, because you know what it was? The smart girls were like, nope, I'm not doing it. How much you paying me? No, fuck you. Oh, so you want me to go on there, make you millions of dollars? Get the fuck out. You know, the smart girls were like, no, the girls who would just do pretty much anything for TV.
So then after that, you said you had got called for WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp?
Mm-hmm.
Who were you married to at the time?
Nobody. They wanted me to pretend to have a relationship.
Oh, okay.
And that's 3 times they did that. The first time they wanted me to do a Patriot, but Patriot and me were not together, so I was like, no. The second time they wanted me to go on there with a girl that I wasn't even dating. They wanted me to pretend to be with her. And the third time, they were like, just pretend you have a relationship. I was like, listen, man, no. I said, I don't give a fuck. And they were offering good money, like I think $50,000 to do that show.
Right.
And it's only for like 15 days. But yo, listen, I'm Flo. Like, I'm sorry, but like money is great. But like when you take money for anything, it will come back to you, and you will just waste that money on bullshit anyway. So I'm not gonna sit here and do some fake ass show with me being in a fake ass relationship like a lot of these people do when they go on it. And you can tell because people aren't stupid. People aren't stupid. The real motherfuckers is gonna know you're doing some fake shit. Real motherfuckers like you and everybody else, they're like, this shit is fake as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Get the fuck out of here. What do I look like? That's embarrassing for your life. Like, get it together. For real.
Right.
So, no.
Right, because see, I strive to do reality television as well, and I always told myself, Justin, if you ever get on a reality show, never let them make you do something that's not you.
Exactly. And let me tell you something, Justin. If you ever watched the Dave Chappelle interview with Oprah, he said his father told him, name your price. What's your price? Because if you're willing to do anything for money, just remember, we got God, and we got the devil. So if you believe in all that stuff, like people selling their souls to the devil, and if you don't, I'm sorry for you, but people out there, if you want to do shit just because of fame, like if you ever watched that interview, what's her name? She was like a video vixen, and she said, if you're willing to do anything for fame, then you're gonna sign your name in blood, and you will do anything for that fame, anything. I never went into this saying at first I was saying I want to be famous, then I said okay, I want to do this, I want that. If you go into something just simply to be famous, you don't say I want to be known so I can help people. I want God to bless me so I can give money to people. I can help this one. Like I want to start communities. I want to do charities. I want to have things where I can help people who can't pay their rent. Like I want to do all of this stuff. So at the end of the day, if God doesn't bless me with that stuff, it wasn't meant for me. If I'm blessed with it while I want it now, then that means God wants me to help other people. And that's the point of it all. So Justin, if you ever do anything like that, because I could definitely see you doing that. Mad people love you. Are you doing that interview with Justin? They were asking me. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, you're famous already. Like, there's a different type of fame. So now use your platform to not just promote things like that, because what you're doing is beautiful, because you get to, get that down to the truth. And I love that.
Right.
But also, now that you got that, start a podcast. Start a podcast about people talking about what to do in the situation. If somebody's arguing with you, what do you do when somebody's bullying you? Tell people shit that's gonna raise their vibrations, not bring them down. Like, come on, we gotta grow each other up here. We can't be hurting each other. This is ridiculous.
Right. And I notice now, Flo, you go live and you do tarot card readings and stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
I do tarot card readings, and I also do guidance. Like people will call me on FaceTime, and listen, of course I gotta charge for this, because otherwise then I'll be on the phone all day for free. And I help a lot of people for free.
Right.
A lot of people. You know how many people I email back and forth, DM back and forth, helping a lot of people, giving them free advice. I put out videos to try to make people understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
But then there's people that want to they want counseling sessions. I do life coaching thing where I'm talking to them about things I've been through, and I'm helping them with it. Spiritual stuff, a lot of spiritual stuff, because people are like, Flo, at nighttime I feel heaviness. What is this energy? Why do I cry when I get in a room with a lot of people? And I try to make them explain. People are empaths, with this, with that. It's a lot of different things. That's why. And I got the t-shirts now. I made a soap that people are like, spiritual soap, what the fuck is that? You know what that is? That's people who do cleansing baths and spiritual cleansing baths. They set intentions. So when I made these soaps, I made it so that when you clean yourself, you clear yourself of negative energy, all of this stuff, right?
Right.
And I'm not promoting. I'm just letting you guys know I work with people to heal them, because I knew there was a goal that God was bringing me towards, and this is it. To heal as many people as I can, to raise their awareness, to open them up to a new way of life, because the hood is always being held back. That's why I call myself the ghetto Mother Teresa, because I grew up in the hood. I was rich, I was poor. I was poor, I was rich. I was everything. You know what I'm saying? I am every woman and every man and every gay man, every straight woman, every gay girl. So I tell people all the time, that's why I'm trying to help you guys all wake up to this, raising your vibrations, meditations, and I do tarot card readings, and people get a full healing session with me. It's amazing. I love it.
Right. I've been trying to catch a lot where you're doing Scorpio, because I'm a Scorpio, but every time I get on, you're doing a different sign.
I post individual signs every week on my Instagram and my YouTube. My YouTube is youtube.com/TheRealFlorinaKaya.
Okay.
And then I have the teespring.com/go with the flow, where I sell t-shirts that say cool things on it, like and I was thinking, Justin, you should create a t-shirt and on my website, and we'll sell it, and then the profits will go to you and to me, to both of us, because at the end of the day, you're doing this thing with all the bad girls. You might as well make some Justin Joyner interview shirts or something like that. You know what I mean? Because you have a fan base too, baby. If you go on teespring.com, and I don't hide my secrets from nobody, everybody can become successful. The girl I fuck with on my thing, her name is Lavish Soap. She'll make your website in like the same day, and it's like $50 I paid her. She made my website and attached my all of my social media, whatever I need. I'm just letting you know, for all yous out there who need help. If you go to my page and anything Justin puts out, support each other. Listen, you love watching him, you love watching us, you love support each other, because at the end of the day, people like Justin and me, I've talked to him. He wants to help people, and so do I. We're trying to raise the community up. So like anything we do, any event I have, I'll fly Justin out. He'll be there. You guys come support us at the events, and I promise you will never be disappointed when we throw events together.
Exactly. Especially in these hard times right now with the coronavirus and everything, and
And I got my own theory with that too. I always say it's the 5G towers, but people want to think you're crazy when you talk like that, but that's okay.
Oh, girl, fill me in. I'd love to know.
Huh?
I said, girl, fill me in. I'd love to know.
Well, the 5G towers are something that they're creating right now. People are going to be like, oh, we're dying because of Wi-Fi? Yes, we are, because they're trying to create 5G towers. These are military-grade weapons, and these 5G towers, they'll put it out as like, oh, the Wi-Fi is going to be better, but people are getting sick. People are getting sick over it because the radiation. So that's why the older people are passing away from it, because they can't take it, and young people can, because we're younger, we're more healthy, and we can our immune system can fight off these toxins. Older people can't. So when we get out of this all now, while we were all in this pandemic, quote unquote, they approved a bill for the 5G towers while we were all sitting at home hiding out, and why they want us all at home and kids not at schools, because they're building towers everywhere and they don't want us around there to find out about it. So if you don't know about it, look up 5G towers and the pandemic and stuff like that, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay then. And also after the interview, send me the link to your channel. I'm gonna put it in the description, so when they come watch the interview, they can definitely check you out and everything.
Oh, 100%. And like I said, you guys, if you know anybody who likes tarot card readings, just if you follow my page or you go to my YouTube, I post all spiritual stuff. I put free content there, things that people are charging hundreds of dollars for. I'm putting all the information on my YouTube account. Go check that out, because if anybody's going through depression, anxiety, you don't feel good, you're wondering why you feel everybody's pain, everything you need to know is on there. I help you for free, guys, for free.
Right. And they also wanted to know a little bit about your daughter, because she's always mentioned briefly on the show. So how's she doing, honey?
She's 8 years old. Her name's Eliana, and she likes to sing. She likes to write. She's mad smart. She likes to dance and all this stuff. So she's a Cancer, and she's got her own YouTube channel. She did a little kids YouTube channel with toys. It's so cute. She's like, I want my own YouTube channel. She's always tells me she wants to do what I do, and that she loves everything that I do, and she watches me meditate. She meditates with me. I get her to pray with me. Right. I'm trying to raise her vibrations and be calm, because if we were taught this when we were younger, none of us would have anxiety, fears, doubts. We got to live freely and happily over here. Right. If she's happy, she's good. She's a good kid. That's it. She's got her little mama's attitude, but I appreciate that, because she ain't gonna let nobody fuck with her. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to teach her to be positive and happy.
Right. Has she ever watched the Bad Girls Club?
She has seen. She saw the episode with, not the episode, I'm sorry, she watched, okay, so she told me, she said, Mom, can I tell you a secret? I said, yes. She had, went to her friend's house, and her friend's mom is a huge fan of mine. So she's like, your mom's famous. Oh my God. Her mom was bugging out over me. Right. So, but I think that's the first time my daughter saw that. Oh my God. Cause when she was little, she used to hate when people used to ask me to take pictures. She's like, Mommy, no, no, she hated it. And then she grew up and was like, oh, now I see. So she's at the house, and they had watched a clip of me throwing Amber across the pool. So she came home to talk to me about it. And she's like, Mom, I didn't know. And she's like, can I watch one thing? She's like, can we watch The Flo Gets Married? And we watched it, and she loved it. She loves. She accepts the fact that I'm bisexual. Like she knew because I dated a woman for a while. She knew, and she loved her. And she was like, I don't care if you marry a girl or a boy. She's very open. She likes I taught her how to be open towards every race, every creed, every specific sex, everything. She's very open because of the way I talk to her. Do you understand? So,
exactly. And see, I love that. I love that because you have a lot of parents that want to instill certain things into their kids, and it's always
You guys, if we say fucking homo and shit like that, kids are gonna think that's wrong. So my daughter, she sees two gay guys. She goes, "Look how cute they are, mommy." And a kid to be saying that, usually they'd be like, "What is that?" You know what I mean? Not her. She's 8 years old and she's up on it. I let her know about that. I'm like, when two people are happy together, who cares if they're girls? She's like, yeah, exactly. Who cares if they're girls, guys? Who cares? She goes, whoever you love, you love. It's nobody's business anyway. I'm like, good girl. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? That's my pride. That's my pride right there to teach her. When it comes to race and all that, I tell her, don't ever see somebody for their color, because your mommy never did. And my best friends in the world are all different colors, shapes, sizes, cool, not cool, whatever you want to call them. She's like, I know. So in school, she has a variety of friends. She talks to the nerds, the popular kids. She's like one of those people like me. Yo, come on now, get out of here. She's got to be open to that. I don't want that shit for my kid. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Right. And some of the fans, they wanted to know, Flo, did you ever plan on having another child after her?
To be honest with you, I always wanted a boy. I did, but the thing about me is, I grew up with 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I saw how hard it was for my mom to, when she got one of us something, all of us had to get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's very hard. So I want my intention and my focus to be on my daughter and raise her, and be able to be there for her and have a bank account for her and be able to help her if she wants to go to college. When you have 2, 3, 4, now you're talking about fucking taking care of way too many people, and it's too much. You know what I mean? And plus, at the end of the day, I'm happy with her. She's a good kid. If I have another kid, I get pregnant again, and it was with somebody I love and we're married, yes, I would definitely have another child, 100%. But other than that, I'm happy with her. I'm good. I would rather, if I ever get married again, if that ever happens, it's on the cards for me, I'd rather them have a kid already and they'll be her age and they could play together. You know what I mean? Right. I think logically when it comes to things like that,
Right. And is there anything else you would like to say to the fans, honey?
Well, I just want to say I love you guys all, and I just want everybody to know that even though this is reminiscent on the show, so if people want to see and I keep my heart open to everybody. If you ever need counseling or anything, you can't afford anything, just hit me up on my email, asrealisitgetstour@gmail.com. If you're feeling down or you feel like something's wrong with you, you're not feeling right, I'll show you that it's not always a doctor situation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a spiritual matter. Sometimes you're just going through empathic problems and stuff. I'm here for you. I'm always there to guide, and anything that I put out for free, like meditation, I would suggest if you're having these issues to follow it, because I've been through it myself. I've been through it all, you guys. So I love you all very much. I appreciate you, Justin, for having me on this. You're an amazing person. You're doing big things. You're living your dream. So I love that about you, because you're not afraid. You're fearless. So I'm very proud of you, and I'm here for you anytime. I'll always support you. Anything that a product you put out, always be like, Flo, can you post this for me? And I will every single time, because I love you and I want everybody to succeed in this world. Don't hate each other. Love each other. Listen, support each other, period. Don't worry about if they make it more than you and they don't help you out in the end. That doesn't matter. The point is what you do from your heart. Help each other out. That's it.
Exactly. And thank you so much, honey. I really do strive to do big things, and
thank you.
I really appreciate the support.
And I'm very appreciative too, Justin. And whatever you need from me, just text me and I'll send it to you. I love all you guys, Justin. Keep going, and like I said, I'm always here. You need anything, be like, Flo, do this for me, and I got you. Okay?
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I love you guys, yo. I'll talk to you later.
All right, boo.
Bye.